And we're live.
Yeah. Well, are you
speaking of Elon Musk, he became the second richest man in the world this week.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
He's been storming through the rankings. What a dark horse. I didn't realize that.
Yeah. Well, he owns a lot of Tesla stock and it's been skyrocketing. So, of course, he's not that liquid. Everyone understands that. But still, if you have 100 billion, 1% of that's liquid, and it's an impossible amount of money to run out.
Yeah.
You know,
this has been an awesome time for billionaires.
Yes,
they're just skyrocketing. Amazon, Walmart, Target, they're loving this.
I was concerned about the billionaires during the pandemic, but it turns out they're okay. Whew.
Yeah. Yeah. We all got our $1,200 though. Or I guess none of us did, but yeah, everybody who needed $1,200 got
Gertrude got hers. That's all that matters.
Gertrude got hers. our certain patron friend got his 60 grand.
Is it really that? Is that number anywhere near accurate?
Probably not.
Okay.
Probably not. He's just riding out the fraud. He's going to be on the lam before too long. People are coming for the bill. So, I think people are still getting like $600 a week for unemployment, which is good. Right?
No,
that was it. That was it for a while.
Does it? I'm not sure actually. Something runs out the day after Christmas. It might be that. It might be something else.
Good timing.
What a fun time to make that happen.
Well, you have it through Christmas. What else do you want?
Yeah, just have this looming over your head.
Right. Merry Christmas.
Fudge.
Benefits end tomorrow.
Yeah, they'll start up something new, but not before they make sure all the billionaires are just as comfortable as they need to be.
Taylor, I think the best way to do stimulus is to give money to the very, very rich and then count on their generosity to pass it down.
That's true. This has worked every time in the past.
I mean,
if for the last 65 years we'd seen a steady and continuous re-isolation of wealth into the top percent at the cost of the middle class, then you might have a point. But you point to 100 independent studies that show that. I dare you.
Should they raise the minimum wage?
I wish I knew enough about it.
Right.
I'll read something and I'm like, well, that makes a really good point on why they shouldn't. And then I'll read something else and I'm like, man, this is making that other guy look like a fool. But now I feel foolish because I was all in with him. So I haven't done my due diligence on that at all. How about you?
I have a lot of thoughts about it. I don't know if I'm right either. So here's the deal. And people have heard me say it before. Every job, right, high and low, you are competing with two things: cheaper overseas labor and automation. Bam. Right. If you're like an American of any pay, really, you have to be worth more than automation and overseas labor. And sometimes you just have things to your advantage. Like if you're at a McDonald's drive-through, it's kind of nice to have the guy right next to you. Right. The one that took the order. It's kind of nice to have him in the same room, but it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be. You could definitely have a rule in India manning that drive-through voice for $1 an hour. Right. He'll do it. And if you go from 7 to 15, maybe that makes sense. Right. Maybe they replace you with a kiosk where people press the screen instead of a human just listening to you.
I would prefer that. I haven't gotten like drive-through and forever, but still I hate communicating with those people through that fucking speaker. That piece of technology has lagged so far behind the rest of human technology. It's shocking.
Kyle,
it's shocking.
I think you're being overly picky on audio quality and you need to get to Woody levels of acceptance.
So, I can hear you just fine, and you're in fucking North Carolina, all right? If you give me your order, I've got it. But this motherfucker who's 30 feet away on the other side of a wall, and I've got a whole speaker, and he's got a headset on, can't figure it the fuck out. And when he comes back at me, I've got no idea what he says.
And you want a guy in Mumbai to have that job now.
Thank you for coming.
You think it'll be worse?
What are you two be having today?
It's going to be so confusing.
Can you imagine ordering hamburgers from an Indian who thinks that they're
who judges
cows
you?
are sacred?
Oh my goodness, Mr. Kyle, why would you order such a thing? The chicken on the menu is just as good.
Exactly.
Always moral arguments from
Oh, would you not prefer the filet o fish? Like, no.
I like that Kyle's guy got Nigerian, which is great. With a fry flipper, right? The guy that makes the fries at $7 an hour, human does that job. At $15 an hour, maybe it makes sense to invest in a $250,000 fry flipping machine. And
That's
it does.
dangerous business. Can you imagine a robot in there with a big tankard of boiling oil?
Yeah, but who's it going to hurt? It's a robot.
There's got to be a human in there, like running shop, making sure the robots stay working.
Eventually, 100% autonomous. Every burger cooked to perfection. Every order flawless.
I go the other way. I think the fry quality will get higher, and I think it might be safer.
Yeah, it probably would be. Actually.
You think some 14-year-old making French fries is safer than a machine?
No, I don't. Yeah, I worked there when I was 15 for those 2 weeks, and we cut a lot of corners.
Yeah. Have you ever been like
corners,
inside a McDonald's or inside a Burger King?
I've never been inside a McDonald's. No.
Well, I mean, I cannot. I know, but I genuinely can't remember the last time I set foot in a McDonald's. I've only done drive-through as long as I can remember, but I do remember times going in where you like realize like all these fucking fools in the drive-through. Nobody's going inside because it's a pain in the ass and it's grimy and it's a reminder of where you truly are. And you go in and you start to look back there as you order and you see the process and the people making the food. I'll like make up a reason to look out into the parking lot because it's like out of sight, out of mind. I don't want to imagine that obviously ex-felon with the spider webs on his elbows well, not your kind of felon, the scary kind.
How dare you denigrate my people?
I had the same joke in my head, and I was like, cool it, Woody, cool it. It might not be funny.
It's the kind of felon, like if he went to a felon meetup, like if there was a meet and greet, he'd be the kind that was sitting back like, all right, let's just let everybody, hopefully they don't call on you. Oh man, these guys are fucking intense. I shouldn't have come. These guys did real.
Why did I go to my prison reunion?
10-year prison reunion.
God, I hope that's not a thing.
It's at the prison because half of them are still in.
Have a dance. And all it is just the jingling of shackles on the hardwood gymnasium floor.
No, homie, I'm gonna lead. It's no fun.
You wouldn't want to go to a dance?
No, I wouldn't want to go to a prison reunion dance. No.
All the guys that got turned out in there have to get like re-dolled up at the dance. Dance Big Butch. It's like, you ain't ever over me, sweet pea.
John, why are you putting lipstick on? You're not even gay. You don't know me.
You don't know.
I'm not the man you thought I was. I'm not a man at all. Man, that's a fun idea.
That's a great idea.
Reunion.